똥이 집에 있는
누가?
똥이.
누가? Good morning, everyone. My name is Edna Matsuoka. Thank you for joining us today for our monthly service for our founder, Ikigami Konko Daiin. Please join us in prayer. Thank you. Mediation Prayer, page 2. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Ikigami Konko Daiin, sincerely and wholeheartedly, each and every day. May we receive the mediation with all our hearts and souls on this very moment. Ikigami Konko Daiin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daiin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daiin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daiin Sama. Purification Prayer, page 2. Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parent. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance as our divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and irreverences from past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living to reflect your divine will with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Kami Prayer. Reverently we pray. The brilliance of heaven, the richness of earth, time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth is life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is the truth that adorns us all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise and Chikari no Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as a divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many not knowing the way are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes. Great is Kami's sorrow. Our founding father Konko Daiin suffered many trials in this world, but held fast to faith and sincerity. He received Kami's great blessing and began the life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray. The divine parent's great wish was fulfilled. Konko Daiin accepted the call to mediation that leads to the mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By day he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth, and he did not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieve, seeking salvation for all who suffered, and he knew not the dawning of day. The years passed no world changed. He did not waver from his task, the divine task of mediation. Thus was given the sacred certificate, the guiding principle for our daily life. The divine favor was thus healed, and blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of Ikigami Konko. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way. Through all the hardships of this world, to gain of body and soul, the way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to come, without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far. The way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. For living unaware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and beg to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us, we are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray. Katie, we bow our heads in prayer.
Message prayer for the monthly service for Ikigami Konko Daiin. Ikigami Konko Daiin is a Kenchi kind of commission, a divine pure universe, of the Konko mission Wahiawa and Yasumi. Remember this day for any prayer. We are here today for monthly service, the family Konko Daiin. On this day, December 30, 2020. So this service, we extend our deep gratitude and acknowledgement of the divine work, contributions, and eternal presence of Konko Daiin, who has been sent to the world, will be entire humanity through the divine authentic kind of Kami, a divine pure universe. We solemnly acknowledge the divine authentic kind of Kami revealed to humanity in 1873. Kenji Ainogami stated, although people live between heaven and earth, they are aware Kami's blessings, shrines, temples, and houses all stand on Kami's land. Without realizing this, people concentrate in directions, and this respect to Kami, they suffer hardships due to their offenses. Kenji Ainogami has become Konko Daiin to provide blessings and teachings so the mankind may prosper. Kami is come because of man, the man is man because of Kami. Both are fulfilled through this mutual relationship. Through the Father Konko Daiin, we have become enlightened to the infinite blessed Tenchi Kaino Kami, a divine universe, and we enjoy blessings in all aspects of our life. We extend our deep appreciation for the work towards mediation, the well-being of humanity, and a peaceful world. The divine function has been kept by the spiritual head Konko organization in the last 161 years. This year marks the 26th anniversary of the founder, Konko Daiin. It also marks 37 years since his departure. We extend our prayers and appreciation for the perpetual services of transmediation by the fifth spiritual head, Heiki Konko. We pray for his good health and continued engagement in his services. We also extend our thanks to the ministers who have dedicated their life in spreading the Konko office in many places throughout the world. The founding minister of this church, the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, was initiated into the Konko office in order to become Konko minister through the truth mediation of the Reverends Masayuki and Kikuei Kodama from Konko Mission Home, and dedicated in a missionary work in Wahiawa for 32 years since 1940. We extend our deep appreciation and heart of gratitude for enabling us to appreciate the work of this church in the last 8 years. It is through the divine guidance and arrangements as well as all the support of all people who have ever established relationship to this church and help all the Mitama Spirit. The Konko Mission Worship has come thus far. We sincerely ask for divine parent Jai Konko Daiin and Mitama Spirit to continue to help and guide us in the progress, the faith, and further expansion of Konko faith community in Hawaii. We have been trying to be mindful of any elements of blessings of our divine parent Daiin and try to respond in acknowledgement and appreciation of the blessings which we may take for granted, whether it is the water we use, the food we enjoy, the air we breathe, the land we live on, the responsibility we do, the job we have, the families we provide, and all of our normal body functions and abilities. All elements of life are possible through the grace and love of divine Tenchi Kainukan. Thank you for the blessings we enjoy in our personal and social lives. We try to actualize the teachings of divine Tenchi Kainukan. Please accept our prayer today and many offerings, services, any forms, and prayers forward to you as token our appreciation and deep gratitude for the blessing received. Thus, remind ourselves that Ikigami Konko Daiin is there to help us, aid us, and guide us to be able to overcome any encounter in your life. Thank you for your extended prayers. When people of the world pray to Ikigami Konko Daiin with a sincere and single heart, please fulfill whatever request they have. Please forgive our negligence and ignorance for the suchness of blessing we may fail to recognize and appreciate, and the reverse offenses we might have committed, knowingly and unknowingly. Please help us to reform our hearts to be in line with the heart of our divine Tenchi Kainukan. We earnestly pray that all peace and harmony will prevail through the acknowledgement of the divine message that stated, no one is aware of blessings of heaven and earth, which enable people to live. Kami shall have people become aware of the blessings of heaven and earth, and how Konko Daiin be born throughout the world, with sunshine in every country with an exception. We continue to extend our prayers, places throughout the world that are experiencing hardship due to natural disasters, crime, poverty, famine, good governance, pollution, and the other elements. We also pray that the ever-expanding, unprecedented coronavirus pandemic will stabilize and will be able to regain our normal life we take for granted all those years. Dear Divine Tenchi Kainukan, please allow us to be service to you in helping others as our utmost expression of thanks for blessings we'll be able to enjoy. In concluding this service, we pray that the blessing of this service is granted to one and all.
Now, 喜怒哀礼。Recitation of Tenchi Kakitsuke, page 6.
池上金光大臣天地金の神真に願えおかげや我が心にあり今月今日で頼み
Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's presence begin within. Heart grateful and caring, harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now, forever, on this very day pray. Ikigami Konko Daiin天地金の神真に願えおかげは我が心にあり今月今日で頼め Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's presence begin within. Heart grateful and caring, harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. Adoration Prayer, page 7. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer for earth rich and deep, living amid such gifts of Kami's great giving. How happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Ikigami Konko Daiin does not stop for a single day. The protection of the divine current embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous, beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami, beyond the power of Kami. Shintoku Sanji, page 29.
青い祭れんば天高く青い祭れんば天高く愚がみ祭れば地は厚し万民の恵みに生かされる身の幸いのありがたき我が生神の御取り次一人も隠る時のなく天地の神の御守りと吉垣の隔てなし万に尽くしみはよろずよにあまねく満ちて果てしなく感計らいはくすしくて人の思いぞよわざる我ら今月今日やび祭りでひたすらに神の御影をたたえ祭らん神の慰霊を仰ぎ祭らん喜怒哀礼喜怒哀礼
Common Prayer, page 12. Spirit of those who have gone before us, you are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You will remember one eternally. Your life is taught from generation to generation. Honor as the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you entered the Konko faith. You walked the way of Konko Daiin, respected the will of the divine parent. You amassed great merit through your faith to take in the world beyond and live to your descendants. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you to stand by us each and every one, to shield the hero of Kami, and help us fulfill our tasks as we hope without failing. Protect us, guide us, and enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we hand it down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, and enrich us. 一度入り、立教神殿。この塀切り境に恋灰差し止めるからその分に承知してくれ。外家業をいたし農業へで人が願いで呼びに来戻り、願いが済みまた農へでまとも呼びに来農業する間もなし。北と町両方の差し支えに相なる。なんと家業をやめてくれぬか。その方42歳の年には病気でしも手を離し、心配いたし神仏に願いをかけで全開いたし、その時死んだと思うて横を離して天地金の神を助けてくれ。家内もご気になったと思うてくれ。ご気よりまし物言われ相談もなり、子供を連れてぼとぼと農業をしよってくれ。この方のように実に丁寧神信心いたしおる事故が世間に何本も難儀なう事故あり、問い次助けてやってくれ。神も助かり、氏子も立ち行く。氏子あっての神、神あっての氏子。繁盛いたし、つえぜ親にかかり、子にかかり、愛をかけようで立ち行く。 Let's read together page 70. Divine message received on November 15, 1859. With the completion of the sacred staff and your farming career, please understand. When you are out farming, the person at home has to go out and call you whenever someone comes to give a request. And after you relay the request, you have to go back out again. You have to keep going in and out of the field. This gives you little time for farming, and the worshiper also wait for you. Both you and the worshiper are being inconvenienced. Won't you stop farming? When you were gravely ill at 42, the doctor gave up hope. Everyone worried about you. You prayed to the Kamis and Buddhas and were blessed with complete recovery. Regard this event as your death. Dispel all desires and assist Tenchi Kane no Kami. Also, your wife should consider herself a widow. This is better than being a real widow, as she can still talk to you and discuss matters. She should take the children with her to do the farm work. There are many people like yourself who have sincere faith in Kami, but still have many problems. Help these people by performing mediation. This will help Kami and save people. People exist because of Kami, and Kami exists because of people. Thus, Kami supports people as Kami's children, and people support Kami as their parent. There will be eternal prosperity through Ayokakeo, mutual interdependency. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for being here today for our service for our founder, Ikigami Konko Daiin-sama. Our founder, Konko Daiin, has taught us many great wisdoms in the teachings of Konko Kyohei, and it will help guide us to get an enhanced living experience. That's what it's all for. My mom has shared them with me throughout my life, from when I was little to now. She keeps reminding me of things that the founder had, recommended people to do. Continue to give thanks or call the name of Konko Daiin, the divine name. And she shared this with me. And sometimes it becomes like an earache, again. Like, mimi ga itai hodo. She says, say Konko-sama. Or, gokinen shinasai, pray. Or, give thanks to Kami-sama. これおかげだよ、おかげだよ、おかげだよ. I know, it's okay. I know, stop it already. But it's true. They are okage. But she's always there to remind me. Stuck in my head already. And she's doing this out of love. Not because she wants to be irritating or nothing. She's doing this because she truly, genuinely cares about me and wants me to receive okage. She wants me to become a fisherman, to receive okage, not get the fish from other people. She wants me to become the fisherman so I can fish for my own okage. And that's what my mom wants me to be. She wants me to be a professional fisherman of okage. Anyway, yesterday, me and Clayton and I, we went to go to karate, and we drove out. And every time we're together, Clayton's usually the driver unless he's very, very tired. So while he was driving, he was saying, "Oh, Edna, yesterday, which was Friday, he's like, oh, I almost got hit 3 times while driving. There were 3 close calls." And I was like, what? What do you mean? So he was driving my Honda Fit, and I was driving his Toyota that day. But he drove my Honda Fit to work, and I guess on the way back, he went to Best Buy to get his favorite video game that he was waiting all year for. And he was in the parking lot, okay? He was in the parking lot, and those parking lot dividers? It's like this diamond or like a square-shaped planter between the parking stalls, and it has like a tree, right? It's a concrete framed parking lot divider. So anyways, this red car was like intoxicated or something, drunk or drugged, he was coming straight towards Clayton.
Why?
And was almost going to hit the car. Clayton was parked. He was just waiting in his car. The car went over the concrete planter. Went over it, and was inches from hitting the fit. And then he went past him. And then he was driving really crooked. And he went to the other planter and went over that thing too. And he was just driving completely reckless. Like he was very disoriented or something. So Clayton said, I gotta get the heck out of here. Or else he's gonna cause some mayhem. So Clayton went out of Best Buy parking lot, went on the highway, and then he was gonna get a hit second time, where there were two large military vehicles doing lane change, and I guess they didn't see Clayton's car because it's a Honda Fit, it's small and it's gray, and I guess it was in a blind spot, and then it was really inches away from hitting Clayton again, and he was gonna get sandwiched between. And the third time, he said a van in front of him was driving kind of weird and scary and reckless. So he was like, I'm gonna stay away from him, just so that he doesn't cause any accidents in front of him and he gets involved. So I was like, geez, Clayton, three close calls yesterday. What's going on? Are you mad or something? you have negative thoughts going on in your head or something? And he said, no, I was happy as can be. I got my favorite video game that I've been waiting all year for. I was in a really happy mood. I was like, And he's like, I don't know why that happened, but. And I was like, lately you've been saying that kind of often. He's like, I had another close call yesterday, or another close call. And when I'm in the car with Clayton, he almost like gets hit by a car, like they come really close, or like it's like a lot of close calls. So I was like, kawaii, scary, Clayton's being a really careful driver, but it's the people around him that come close to hitting us, and it's really scary. And so I asked him, do you pray before you start the engine? And he says, no, I do that in the morning. I do that before heading to work. He goes to the altar and that's it. And then he thinks that's enough for the day already. But I said the car should be a separate prayer. It may seem cumbersome, it may seem mendokusai, but it just seconds. All you have to do, put your hands together and say, Konko Daiin-sama, onegai shimasu. That's all. You don't have to say a 5-minute prayer, 10-minute prayer in the car. Just put your hands together and say, Konko-sama, onegai shimasu. Oh, anybody can do this. You can do this. You can start doing this today. And so I told Clayton that you just start praying before you start the engine and make it become a habit. I have to probably remind him several times. It's okay. You might get irritated. It's okay. But soon enough, that will become a habit. And I'm really thankful for Clayton because, hey, he listens to me. He listens, I already got him to say itadakimasu before he eats anymore. When I first met Clayton, he didn't say itadakimasu. He just went ahead and ate. And I was the only one saying itadakimasu. And lately, he's the one that reminds me, Edna, you forgot to say something. Oh yeah! I also got him to go straight to the Hiromai. When we come visit here, we come here visit really often, at least once or twice a week. And I always come here. As soon as I come to the church, I come into the Hiromai and then pray and I say, thank you, Kami-sama, for brand new day. We're able to arrive in Almighty, come for a visit today in good health. Pay respect. Pay respect to Kami-sama, Konko Daiin, and eternal spirits that watch over this church. People may think, the blessings, this church is so small, it's negligible, there may not even be a Kami-sama, no blessings, but you got that all wrong. The church may be small, but the blessings are so huge. Just put your thought into it, really. Okay, I also got Clinton to come to Sunday service every Sunday it's been like continuing for 7 years now. I'm so grateful. I got him to go to the house altar. We have a little house altar, and I got him to say good night to it every night. Before, I was the only one doing that. And then one day I was like, Clinton, why don't you just say good night? Your mother's picture is on the altar. Just say good night to your mom. You might not have a concept of saying good night to Konko Daiin-sama or Kami-sama, but I got him to at least say good night to the mom, Mitama-sama, in the picture, right? And soon that became the mom, Kami-sama, and Konko Daiin. So I slowly incorporating little elements of Konkokyo to Clayton. I think he's getting it. He's doing this every night. I'm glad. I also got him to go to the altar to say good morning, because before he used to not do that too. He says good night, but then when he wakes up, he never said good morning. He just went to work, and then he would say, "Oh, today was a hard day at work. Stressful." So I said, have you been saying "Ikikimasu" or "Koko-san, I'm going to head out to work now. Please guide my work today. Do you say that?" And he said, "No." I said, "It's not that hard. Just go to the altar. Doesn't even take 5 minutes. Doesn't even take a full minute. Just go there and say, 'Konko-sama onegai shimasu. I'm going to go head out to work now.' That's all you got to do. It's so simple. You can do it. You can start doing it today." So now he does that. Now I just got to get him to say, 'Konko-dai onegai shimasu' when he starts the engine of the car. I also got Clifton to say "gomen nasai" to mosquitoes before he ends up killing it when he's sucking in your blood, Before, you're like, and then you're like, yeah, dead. But I was like, Clifton, that mosquito had a life before you kill it, And like, what if you're the mosquito? Would you like somebody just slapping you and killing you and just smearing the guts all over the place? And he's like, no. So from that moment, he says, at least, "I'm sorry, mosquito." Well, it's still not good to kill mosquitoes. And one day we'll become like the founder, where the founder would actually let the mosquito suck his blood and say, here, get some of my blood. Have a nice day. But we're not at that point yet in our spirituality. But at least I got him to say "gomen nasai," and I think that's better. I also got Clayton to say "gomen nasai" to any of the food items that had gone bad. In the refrigerator, some of them are expired, and you're like, before you said just toss it. "Oh, this is bad. Oh, it's rotten. Ew, throw it away." Do you do that too? A lot of people do that, and that's like common. But instead of saying that, have a heart of reverence and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry that we made you go rotten." And say, "Gomen nasai, we couldn't eat you. I'm sorry we couldn't eat you. These are blessings from Kami-sama. It took a lot of work for it to, the vegetables to grow, the fruits to grow to this point. And then we let it rot, go to waste. So I'm sorry." And then you toss it nicely in the rubbish can, not throw it away. So I got him to do that. So I'm really thankful for Clayton. I also got him to talk to his body when he's in pain, and for him to say "thank you," "I'm sorry," "I love you" to the body part that's hurting. And then he receives okage. Clayton receives a lot of okage. You'd be surprised. I'm surprised too for the blessing that he received sometimes. And I teach this to Clayton because I love him. And I want him to experience and receive the kind of blessings that I received. And I receive really awesome blessings. So I want him to receive the same kind of blessings. It's just simple. Not because I want to be an irritating wife to him. I just want him to receive more and more okage and become a happy man. It enhances the living experience, right? My mom, she does this often to us and to people that come to the Hiromai, the church members sometimes. Some church members it's easier to say, some church members she just can't say it. But like when they come to church just to pick up some things or like drop off garage sale items, my mom tells certain people, come in the hiromai, come, go in the hiromai. And you know, some people, they just brush off for directions and say, oh, I'm busy, I gotta go now, I don't have time. And they just leave. It's okay. But some people may sigh and say, okay, and they'll just come in and they listen to her. And some will just go into the hiromai without her even telling you, you know. Some people just, no, it's automatic. Come to the church, go in the hiromai, say thank you, and then come and pick up whatever item you're going to come and pick up. Come and drop off the items that you're going to drop off at the garage sale, etc. Once there was a person in full uniform, and he came to just pick up something, and my mom told him, go in the hiromai, go greet sensei, say hi to sensei. And he was like, but I got these boots on. And it's cumbersome because it's a process to put on those boots. But she just, oh yeah, I know, but just go in. I'm pretty sure he was irritated, but he listened. And then he took off his boots and came inside the church, gave a short prayer, greeted sensei, and it wasn't even 5 minutes, and get out of that church and put on his boots. You know, it requires a process. It may have been cumbersome, but you know, he didn't complain. And then he hit it off with a smile. And then after he went home, I told Okasan, I was like, Okasan, why did you say that to him? I mean, he's in a rush. I mean, he has to go to work. But Okasan says, Okage ni naru no. This will lead to his okage. He will, by doing that, by coming into the church, it may not seem like anything, but just coming in here to say thank you will lead to your getting more blessed opportunities. So she's doing that because she wants him to obviously receive more okage from Kami-sama. So I was like, oh, okay, well, okay, that makes a lot of sense now. And then I didn't blame her or anything. Because I do this with Clayton, because I want him to receive okage too. So the next time you come to church, just to pick up something, just to drop off something, come into the hiromai. That extra time you take to Kami-sama will be your donation of time. You can come in empty-handed. You don't have to feel obligated and be like, oh, I don't have an ohatsuho, I don't have an offering to Kami-sama. You don't have to think about those things. Just come in, greet sensei, and just give thanks for you being able to come here. There was a teaching by Konko Daiin, which is found in the Gorikai 3, and I want to share that with you. Gorikai 3 Jinkyu Kyogoruku number 155, page 127. It says, I have seen people come worship at the hiromai. I have seen people worship at the entrance of the hiromai because they just want to pay a short visit here on the way home. They consider coming here to worship as secondary. The divine blessings become secondary. Even if you come here on your way elsewhere, worship at the hiromai with the heart that believes you're able to come because Kami-sama has arranged it. Kami will arrange for you to receive divine blessings. We tell people to come to the hiromai to greet Kami-sama only because we know you have received blessings. And we want you to continue to receive them. All you have to do is to change your thought process, your intent of why you're coming to church. It may be to drop off garage sale items. It may be to pick up something. But your primary purpose to visit should be, I'm going to meet Kami-sama. I'm coming to say thank you, Konko-sama. That's all. You just have to change that thought process. Your intent will determine your divine blessings. Okay, let me say this again. Your intent will determine your divine blessings. Similarly, in the criminal justice field, your criminal intent you commit will determine your punishment. Your intent, why did you commit this crime, will determine if you will be guilty as charged or you will be released because you're just trying to defend yourself. What is your intent? That is so important. So going way back to the beginning of my talk when I was telling Clayton to pray before starting the engine, the intent is to pray for the safety of all motorists and pedestrians on the road, to pray for the safety of the car, and more to it than that, to give thanks for the car we are able to drive, to give thanks for our bodily functions that enable us to drive. Just say, Konko-sama, onegai shimasu, onegai shimasu. All of this will be incorporated into a short prayer. Just by saying, Konko-sama, onegai shimasu, then Konko-sama's divine spirit will guide you during your driving experience. Konko Daijin said to call his divine name anytime, anywhere. You know, my mom always said, say Konko-sama all the time. Konko-sama, Konko-sama, Konko-sama. And it will always connect you to Konko-sama. And this is the way to live a Konko life. Your life will be much more enhanced and happy. You'll be more happy. And this is the divine promise that Konko Daiji has been wishing for all of us. You know, Konko Daiji wants us to be happy. Always be connected to Kami-sama and Konko-sama. And again, be aware of your intent when you come to visit the church for various reasons. Make giving thanks your priority and dropping off garage sale items your secondary reason for coming home. You will continue to receive divine favors. So, don't get upset if my mom or sensei directs you to the hiromai, or she tells you, oh, go in the church, go pray first, go greet Konko-sama. Just follow. And we're doing this because we love you and we want you to receive Kami-sama, okay? That's all there is to it. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you for attitude service. was listening to Innocent's speech, I remember my own family back in Ikigami. Actually, my family back in Ikigami is my father, my parents incorporate elements of Konko faith practice in the daily living. There's a large sanctuary, Goshinden in the family. One room is dedicated to Kami-sama and Hotoke-sama. So every morning, when I get up in the morning, before I greet my father, I just go to the Oshiramai, Goshinden, and bow my head in prayer, and say, Wahiawa, and so forth. And then say, Wahiawa to my parents, family members. It's very natural. They don't force us to. You have to go to the Oshiramai and say thank you, whatever. No, I learned to live in this manner. Maybe my family parents have lived in that manner. So when they get up in the morning, they offer ohatsu or takibosa that first took rest to Kami-sama and Mitama-sama, everyone. And when they purchase any items, food items, or any daily living items, first they place those items before Kami-sama, washing them, before we consume or use. Even gift from other people, first we place them onto the altar first, and then use them. This is the basic pattern of the family life. So when I still remember, I have many siblings, so elderly brothers asked me to buy some candy and so forth. And even those occasions, I place those candies onto the altar first, and then we enjoy. So it's quite natural to say thank you. Actually, the placing items before the altar is the act of osonai. Osonai means acknowledgement of Kami-sama's blessing in actions. Kami-sama no okage, just express that Kami-sama no okage, because Kami-sama blessing. That is the meaning of osonai. Even the prayer, Kami-sama no okage. So it's very important to get connected to Kami-sama at any moment. And I've been recommending you, it's very easy for you to practice this. If you have an altar, house altar, with a point, a place of worship, you can get connected. Usually nowadays we place tenchi kakesuke. That could be only one place of get connected to Kami-sama. But if you can afford, I recommend you have a house altar. It can be very expensive, but it could be very worthwhile. So and I remember when actually 3 of my children were born. After they returned from the hospital, the first thing they did was they placed it over here, Oshiramai. Every morning, let's say morning to the Oshiramai, enjoy our prayers. So unconsciously, they might have listened to the prayers of our parents, of their parents. So maybe up to their school age, they listen, even while sleeping, listen to the prayers. So those elements have embedded in their minds. So they naturally respond to the way, to how the parents practice Konko Kyofi's. So ingrain, integrating elements of Konko Kyofi's is very important in your daily living. So people, family members naturally may continue to get engaged in Konko Kyofi's. might respond to the messages. I'd like to introduce one message of Konko Daiin. With Otani about 14 kilometers away, my husband and I went to Konko-sama Shiro. I felt so thankful that I was speechless. I bowed my head down toward the tatami mat in front of Konko-sama and showed my deepest thanks without saying a word. Konko-sama nodded. Sugi, you seem very grateful indeed. Upon hearing these words, I could only utter, Konko-sama, I can't say anything. And I just kept crying. Konko-sama said in a gentle voice, I see. Well, that's truly wonderful. You have received divine blessings well. If you only had such a grateful heart, you needn't have suffered for as long as 2 years. Don't ever forget the time you have pain, suffered, and the divine blessing you have received. As long as you don't forget these two things, your illness will recover. Hereafter, when people come to you in pain, give prayers for them, recalling your own suffering and the divine blessings you have received. If you don't care about others because you yourself are already cured, your illness will recover. Keep receiving divine blessings with the heart of how you have now. Then illness will recover. And future generation of your family will also receive blessings. The Kyoten Gorikai number 1, Wahiawa 6-16. In general, we come to get engaged in Konko based practice because of some problems we have to resolve. Some of you might have gotten blessings for your illnesses, human relationship, financial issues, and human relationship, and other things. Today, COVID-19 has been affecting the entire population in the world. If some of them would ever be saved of their lives through their introduction to Konko cafes, they would become Konko ministers. Like Sugi Ogihara has evolved. The Konko Daiin is clearly stated 2 elements were surviving family life through the Konko cafes practice. First, keep appreciating the initial episode of blessing received. Second, try to relate the blessed episode to other people in heaven. Just 2 elements. It can be done if you have faith, determination. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。
Ikigami Konko Daiin Kenchi Kare no Kami Shinに願い、おかげや我が心にあり、今月今日で頼み。Ikigami Konko Daiin Kenchi Kare no Kami Shinに願い、おかげや我が心にあり、今月今日で頼み。
page. Page. Ah, hold on. Your gorikai is in the podium. Podium の中に。So it's got. I used it today, so.
Page 43, number 30.
30? Oh. Okay.
30. Many place their trust in Kami, but Kami places trust in only a few. 31. Those who practice faith should feel grateful even upon rising from a tree stump on which they have sat and rested. 32. People will receive divine presence if they prick the earth while picking their vegetables. Also, if those vegetables are boiled and eaten with a grateful heart, there will be no illness. 33. Offerings are not what brings divine presence.
34. Many people come to the Hiromai to worship, but only a few follow what they are told. After returning home, most people just do what they want and receive no divine blessings. On the way home, they lose Kami's teachings by distorting them to suit themselves. They then blame Kami. Even one word of Kami's teachings is priceless. Receive Kami's words in gratitude. Then your gift will be divine virtue, so great that it cannot be loaded onto even a boat or cart. Renewing your heart is most important. Believing wholeheartedly in Kami means there is no wavering.
35. For faith, the renewal is most important. Live each day with the same happy heart, on New Year's Day. When the sun sets, think that it is the last day of the year. When the sun rises, think it is New Year's Day. If you are happy every day, there will be no discord in the sun.
Hey, thank you.
Good morning. おはようございます。ただいまから歌を歌わせていただきます。For song, we're going to sing a song. よろしくお願いいたします。信心の栄光、page 57。
神の不動
んの親は following page。Page 46. With a heart caught up in memory, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, still in my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light coming from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward, raise our heads and high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives. When my down, I'm ready to surrender. When times are hard and it seems so dark, just knowing each day that I'm never on my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, to the arms together we will walk to the shining, shimmering, radiant light coming from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love.
天地が見つける。Ikigami Konko Daiin 天地神の神真に願い、おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日で頼め。Ikigami Konko Daiin 天地神の神真に願い、おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日で頼め。ありがとうございました。よし。
Thank you very much. I want to give a quick shout out to Clayton, my husband's grandma, Grandma Lily Matsuoka from Orange County, California. She turns 100 tomorrow. Tomorrow. So they're having their Zoom birthday party right now, well, in our kitchen. So I'm gonna go join them. But we're gonna do our own okage sharing. So take this time to share amongst your family members your okage or blessings of the week, and just share that moment of happiness and blessings. So we hope you have a wonderful new week next week. Thank you very much for joining us. Take care. Bye.